Can I tell you, when I was spiraling during the pandemic, my friend Leonora was like, Frozen, you just do the next right thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to just follow Elsa.
Yeah.
Just do the next right thing.
Just do the next thing.
I can't sing like her. That was
I don't know that song, though. Is that from Frozen 1?
2.
Oh,
okay. That's where
I was like, did I see Frozen 1 at all?
I was like, well, let it go. Let it go off the word. Welcome to That's So Mental. I'm Ilana Cohn-Sullivan.
And I'm Cristina Fernandez. And each week we'll dive deep into the labyrinth that is the human brain.
Now, we have no business giving advice on mental health, but we do have a lot of opinions and experiences with full-blown mental breakdowns.
That's So Mental. So we have a really fun guest on today. She's a lovely, dear friend. Hadn't seen her in a long time. I'm happy she came. And her name is Nthenya Dunda. She's a comedian. She's a performer. She does lots of things.
Lots of stand-up. Very, very funny lady.
Very funny lady. And you'll hear more from Nthenya. But before we get going, we'll talk a little update about...
We got a situation with Cristina that we need to kind of...
Okay, we gave backstory, right? That I don't know how I got on Wellbutrin, period. That's end of sentence. Don't know who gave it to me. Don't know who continues. I do kind of know who continues to give it to me.
Don't know who upped that dose to 6.
Don't know who upped the dose. Okay, so here's what happened. Ilana got very worried, and we share a common doctor.
Which I didn't know at the time.
Which you didn't know.
I just was asking her.
An unnamed person that I know, i.e. me.
Yeah. I have a friend who is on 600 milligrams, and she gave a real, that's too high.
And then Ilana came back to tell me, like, you gonna die, girl. No, she didn't. But she was like, I'm really, I'm not going to say her.
Yeah, should we not say her name?
Let's not say her name. But the doctor said.
Dr. M.
Dr. M said, ooh, that is not a good dosage to be on every day. And so then, of course, I started a spiral going, am I going to have a stroke tomorrow? Am I going to have heart complications because I'm on this medication? And I shouldn't be. So I've been trying to track down the doctor. It takes a while. Guess what? She's busy, but I'm freaking out. And finally, I get her on the phone. She calls me on a Friday night. I walk her through it. I said, I started on this and then I upped it. And she was like, wow. And we talked for about 20 minutes. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, only if you were maybe on 450 of an emergency. And I said, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. And then she at some point, after a very long time of going around and around, and because she said, maybe we'll just start to go down to 450, then we'll taper down to 3, right? We're coming up with a plan. At some point, she goes, well, okay, but if you're on 600, you must be running out of the medication very quickly. And I said, no. She goes, yeah, well, it's 2 pills, right? 300 and 300. I said, no, it's a 600 milligram pill.
That's what I asked. I'm a doctor, too, apparently.
I know, you are. And so she said, well, no, they do not get made in 600 milligram pills. And as that, it's all connecting your life, just all the puzzle pieces start to come together. I walk to the cabinet. I look at I said, I have had the bottle. I should really look at it. It says 300 milligrams.
Oh, girlfriend.
So then I wasted a doctor's time for way too long about absolutely nothing.
That is hilarious. Because I'm also picturing you just losing your mind of like, I can't believe and every day you're looking at this bottle and like never noticing. Well, no, here's
why. It's in my little flower cutie little thing. So, but you're right. Why did I never look at the bottle? Guys, look at your medication bottles. Look at the names. Look at the milligrams.
Make sure you're taking the right pill.
Yeah, every now and then, just do a little
Is your name on the
check.
bottle?
Exactly. I mean, we're sometimes borrowing someone else's little bottle and pack it in with your stuff for travel. You know we've all done it. So after all that, and I realize it's that I think I started at 150 and then I doubled. So I think in my story of my head, I started at, because people were going, wow, 300, that's a lot. And so somehow, somewhere, I'm a dramatic person. I must have thought the story sounded better with 600 milligrams and I wanted all the attention and I got it.
You know what? It worked for months until I derailed my investigative skills. Derailed your plan.
Oh my God, but I was so embarrassed.
I'm
I was
so
like,
glad.
Dr. M, I don't even, she must have thought I was such an idiot.
You know, Cristina, this is payback for the fact that she told me I have diabetes, where it was a mix-up. It was a mix-up at the blood factory.
Tell us about that, you non-diabetes person.
I don't have diabetes, but she called me in a frenzy, and I didn't call her back because I was visiting a friend.
Everybody's doing the not calling back of medical professionals.
I was like, this can wait. And then she called me again and was like, your A1C is a very high. And I was like, I don't know what that is or what that means. She was like, it means you have diabetes. She's like, normal is 5.5. High is up to 9. Yours is 10.3.
You need to come in right now. You're going to die, girl.
Yeah. And I was like, what am I going to do? So basically, long story short, I freaked out for a week and didn't eat anything because I was like,
That's the option.
I can only
just
eat
don't
leaves. I can eat leaves and eggs.
Dry arugula.
Yeah. And then I went for another blood test. That came back and it was 5.5.
So the theme is just all of it's just kidding. All the medical stuff, forget it.
Just
forget
kidding.
we said anything.
Yep. So just again, we are reaffirming that
We
are
are
not
not
professionals. And don't listen to us for any medical advice.
But listen to us for fun.
For fun.
And crazy hijinks.
Hijinks and great guests.
Hijinks ensue.
And with that, we're going to leave you with Nthenya Dunda. Please enjoy this interview.
Hi, Nthenya.
What's happening? Hi.
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you.
Thank
I've
you
literally
for-
been thinking about you for all the time. Like, I'm like,
A
oh my
long
gosh.
time.
Yeah.
I know, me too. I'm glad that it took a podcast to bring us together.
Yes, yes.
I'm very happy to meet you.
I'm so happy to meet you too.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my brief intro of you, and then you just feel free to say, here's what I think about myself.
Okay.
We've known each other since before kids,
Mm-hmm.
which is wild.
Uh-huh.
We met in an acting class,
Yeah.
so I think of you as a performer. But then we slowly, because of you, I started doing a lot of storytelling. That got me into stand-up, then into comedy, clowning and comedy. But I think of you as a performer, a comedian. Those are like my big ones for you. But you do all sorts of
Yeah.
stuff. So how do you
define yourself
these days?
I would define myself as a performer. Yeah, like as
Performer's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice, really encompassing.
Yeah. I have doing a college show.
Cool.
Well, sort of. I don't even know how to describe it, but anyways, a college is paying for it, and so I
Amazing.
had
I
to.
love that. I want that.
Oh yeah, I was like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll put this on my resume. Thank you, especially for my mom. So
Isn't that why we do all of this?
It's college adjacent. It's like I went to college, and then there's also a college is paying me for work,
right,
which
yeah,
is
I'm like,
just as
I
revered.
Basically a
elevated.
graduate degree.
Exactly.
right?
I'm like, wow, they're paying me to speak. That's pretty profound.
Wait, I do want
must
to
have
hear.
something profound to say.
Wait, I do want to hear. What is the college paying you thing?
So they're putting on a comedy show.
Okay.
And so they're hiring us, but they're doing it formally. So we all had to, input our information, and they asked us what our occupation was.
Ah.
And so that's what made me go,
What am I? How am I labeling myself right now?
yeah. And so then I wrote performer, and I was like, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I said in our first one. I said I've been saying performer because I don't know if you feel this way, but sometimes saying too much of like comedy, or even like now I've gotten into more physical stuff. So if I say like I'm doing clowning, people go, it does a lot to the
Yeah,
brain.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just like to keep it kind of
Performer's good. I say I work
Neutral.
in comedy because I also write. And that also feels neutral enough to just kind of like,
we can keep
Yeah.
moving. We don't have to,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
don't have to do too much here. You
Yeah,
got it.
okay,
Yeah.
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 Work in comedy, and I'm a performer.
there it is.
I like it.
Super clear.
Yes.
So this is a mental health podcast
I love that.
by people who have no business.
Absolutely. We've never promised pretty much anything
Yeah.
other than, I don't know.
Don't take
Talking
our
about it.
advice. This is not medical advice.
No, this is not medical advice.
Like, I'm not licensed.
No.
But
But
I
yeah, we
have
find
an opinion.
we have a lot of opinions, and we realize creative people really think about how they think nonstop,
And talk about how we think.
and talk a lot
and
about it.
Write about how
too
people
much,
think.
probably.
Maybe.
I don't
Probably
know.
too
In
much.
public, yeah. No
Yeah.
stopping us.
No.
So anyway, and you're such a funny person, and now you're a parent, and
Yes.
I always remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember prior to you having a child, I think you were.
Weighing.
Yeah, you were trying to figure out what that could look like and whether you wanted to be that because you're a creative person and how that would integrate into your life. And you were like having some resistance.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that, and this is going to be so funny to say, but I don't think that if I had gotten pregnant, I wouldn't have been a parent right now if it didn't happen by
If
accident.
it didn't just happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Like that, because it's such a big decision. And I don't know.
It's almost like you want to go into it blindly, I say.
Yeah.
I mean, in a weird way.
There's kind of some nice, because
the universe takes care of it for you,
the
honey.
universe takes care of everything, because then you don't have to worry. You're like, oh, can I even have babies? And I'm like, oh, can I
No,
even
because if
have
you
them?
actually start to weigh it out, you're like, wait a second, this is going to cost a lot of money.
Some stuff
I gotta,
I do.
Yeah, it's too many.
I think it's fair. Some stuff
Yeah.
it can, maybe we don't have to
Let
overthink
go.
everything.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? If it happens, it happens.
I love that.
But also, I mean, my situation was very complicated at the time when I was intending on freezing my eggs.
Oh.
And
Interesting.
yeah, so that was the plan, because I told myself,
Just in
I'm
case.
going to freeze my eggs.
And you were like, that's too expensive. Let's just get it done.
Well, it's like all of my friends were having their babies or deciding to get pregnant or, making those choices. And I think, I think Serena had just given birth and had almost died, and she was like 33, so it was kind of like, and I think we were the same age, and I was like, oh my God, like I need to just make a decision about freezing my eggs or not. So I was like, okay, I'm going to freeze my eggs, and then that way I know I'm doing that and I can figure the rest of it out later.
Yeah.
Then I found out that my friend was dying.
Oh,
My friend had cancer.
So sorry.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah, she had cervical cancer, and then we found out that it was terminal and that she had 3 to 6 months to live. So, of course, that put
everything
wrench
into
in
it.
plan,
How dare she?
I was trying to do
How
something.
dare we die?
Yeah, so it makes, doing
put
all of
these-
the injections,
Yeah.
sort of, I was like, oh, well, I can't start right now.
Yeah.
And then, I was just being reckless. And I was like,
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
A little of that.
just a little of it. I wasn't just like every time. And this is too much information, which I
No,
love, because this is like
never.
mental health. Like
Never.
too much.
This is an insight into your brain.
information.
This is exactly about mental health.
Who you are, what you're doing, who you're fucking.
Yeah. My husband.
Right?
That sounds daring.
It's wild. He lives in the same house.
No way. Do you guys share a bed?
Sometimes.
Whoa.
hell
Yeah.
outta
Well, now
here.
that we have a son, we co-sleep. So
You do? Wait,
yeah.
how old is your son now?
2.5.
I'm good. I said, I bet you, I think he's between 2 and 3 years old.
Exactly
He's
right.
2.5. Yeah.
Perfect.
Is he breaking everything in your house? Because that's what my son did at 2.5.
Oh yeah, he ruins everything.
loves to break
He wakes
things.
up and destroys.
Especially mommy.
Mine broke our dishwasher, our kitchen sink, our back door. I'm not
God.
kidding. The bathroom
Did
sink
he
upstairs.
sit on the
He
thing,
bounced on the
Yeah.
dishwasher.
Oh, sinks don't work
Yeah.
in any house that has a child,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They're putting Play-Doh, they're putting
Yeah.
dinosaurs,
Yeah.
they're putting
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know
just
what they're putting in sinks.
Yeah.
It's impressive,
It's
honestly.
very impressive.
Off
Very
of that,
impressive.
before I forget, so we don't wait till the end, we start the show, in theory, with a mental check-in.
A mental check-in of where you're at right
Like,
now before we
right
get
now,
dig
in
deep.
this moment. Let's bring us all here, round table. Where are you at?
In this exact moment, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that I was spiraling 3 days ago. I was like,
Okay.
oh, what's going on with life? Am I gonna keep
I like this
staying
song.
here? I was like,
Yeah.
am I gonna move? Am I gonna leave LA? Like, it
Oh,
was
Are you going to be a
Really?
singer-songwriter and just
Yeah.
put that album
New
out?
Just put-
career.
yeah.
You've got the headphones, you've got the mic. Let's go.
Yeah.
Drop a beat.
Right,
Freestyle
yeah.
makes me nervous, but
Exactly,
go
yeah.
for it.
Whenever I just don't know what's happening, I'm just like, let's sing a
Let's
song.
Oh,
sing
about
it in a
same.
song, of course.
Especially once you have a
Classic.
small child, everything becomes
is a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
also it is a practice in like clowning because it releases the subconscious. I remember once I did that in a clown class in college, and I started singing a song, and it made me, obviously, I could sweat right now because it was freestyling a song about yourself. And at some point it came out, and I think this is what we're scared of, right? What can come out. And I said, I'm worried that I'm a piece of shit and the school's a piece of shit. And it was like, and it was so freeing.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh
it was,
boy.
like, so good.
Yeah.
It was a huge moment.
And the crowd went
And the
crazy.
crowd's like, we are too, baby. We're trying to figure this shit out. We owe $100,000.
Yeah, we're all confused.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm okay.
What brought
kind
you?
of-
What brought you to this point? You think
the
Like, what
turnaround?
was a change? Yeah.
Well, I saw a really good friend of mine's show last night, Harper Rose
Hmm.
Drummond and Kate. I don't want to mess up her last name, but Kate. They are doing a show called Parallel Play, and I watched
Cool.
them do a show at Lyric Hyperion last
Okay,
night.
I'm writing that
Oh,
down.
I saw the flyer for that when I was there. I was there
Yeah.
yesterday. I didn't know there was a show last night.
Yeah,
Cool.
and I feel like just whenever I feel insecure about my art, watching other people perform sort of allows
like replenish
me,
your
because it's nourishing to see them be vulnerable and to just have fun and play.
And that's the healing power of that stuff. You go,
yeah.
we're all kind of in this together trying to figure this out.
Yeah, and even and you know, I'm sure they were kind of like nervous. It was the first time they were doing the show, but they had fun and they just leaned into it, and I was like,
I can do that too.
Oh yeah, I was just like, I think that's just life, and you just have to remind yourself
the healing power of art, folks, for our mental health.
That is what it's all about.
Don't go to a therapist. Don't get on medication. Go see plays.
Just go see a friend's show or anybody's show. Really,
go see shows. I mean,
live
I do
theater.
Art is healing. It is healing.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Are we going to say the same? Okay, so here's my question. Are we going to do what we just did?
Oh, yeah, well.
Listen, we're traveling in time. Just use the power of your imagination. Okay, where are you at right now?
Where am I at right now? I mean, I contain multitudes, right? So I can be
you could tap into
great,
some other
and I can
personality.
also be a mess. I mean, I will say I am slightly spiraling about my daughter's next move because she's in elementary school.
Oh.
She will be going to middle school.
Okay.
But her elementary school goes through 6th grade. This is too much information, but
No, it's
basically
Big change.
big change.
Yeah.
And we don't know
That's a long time.
what the next move is, you
Yeah.
know? And
The
it's
unknown.
It's the unknown.
honey.
So I am really trying not to psych myself into a frenzy and just like, okay, what's the next move? Just schedule a school tour, go look at places, do the actionable thing
I have a
without being like,
mantra.
everything you're doing is going to determine the rest of her life and you could ruin her whole entire life.
I have a mantra that
gosh,
helps me. May
that's-
I share it with you?
Yes.
I made it up, and I realize when I have little mantras, it's really helpful that just come out of nowhere. Next step, next step. If I'm being specific, next step, comma, next step. And it's just because the world kind of has that way to just everything at once, everything everywhere all at once. And you go, all I'm going to do is schedule one interview or one tour.
Yeah.
Great.
Can I tell you, when I was spiraling during the pandemic, my friend Leonora, who may join us at some point, was like, Frozen. You just do the next right thing. And I was like, yeah, I can just follow Elsa. Just do the next right thing.
Do the next thing.
I can't sing like her. That was
I don't know that song, though. Is that from Frozen 1?
2.
Oh, okay. That's where
I was like, did I see Frozen 1 at all?
Yeah, I was like, was I in a blackout? What was I?
Yeah.
Or Let It Go. Let It Go also works.
I was like, also that
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've been there a lot.
Yeah, we know that one. That one is very
That one is
special
very
to all of
familiar.
us.
Yeah.
Where am I at? Well, in that kind of creative way that happens to all of us, it's everything culminating on one date of events. Like, you know, when you're doing a couple different kinds of work, it can't all happen spaced out through the month. It will always come down
So like
to
4
one
days.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's what's like coming.
Yeah.
And so I'm both trying to say, you got yourself here, honey.
Yeah.
But like enjoy it truly, like trying to live in that kind of like even the sort of chaos of it. And then know that like it will all of a sudden on Monday, it'll all be behind you. And then you're probably going to be looking for the next fix because you're going to be like, so I don't know, just trying to look forward in order to be able to enjoy this moment. Like, this is so fun. It's all good stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish it would have happened over 3 weekends instead of like 3 nights in a row, but not a bad, what a lucky,
Not a bad
what a
problem.
lucky, what a problem. So
Yeah.
trying
I'm
to
like,
just
what is it?
live in
This is
true
so-
gratitude.
Yeah.
Lean into that gratitude.
Yeah. But it is nice to be aware of it, at least.
Yeah.
That you have that awareness and that you're trying to incorporate that. Because a lot of times I look back at great things that happened to me and I
Oh
was
my
just like,
God.
like everything I booked when I was an actor, I was scared the
I
entire
know.
year.
yeah.
Or it was never enough. I did
Or,
the same.
yeah,
I
or it just
downplayed
was
stuff,
like,
and now I
oh.
go, those are some of the best years, and it was never enough for you.
Yeah.
And how ungrateful must you have seemed? And
Yeah.
now you would kill for that job.
Yeah.
You
Totally.
would be so thankful. So now I'm like, okay, well then don't make that same mistake again. This is life again.
Yeah.
Providing itself, being in the moment, and being like, I'm a very lucky girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but this is not bad.
I don't know if
this
this is
part
the case
that's
for
not
you
bad.
because your kid is still pretty little, but I will say
yeah.
after having kids, there is something that is just like, fuck it all. And when you get to be present and go play as an actor or get to do a show or whatever, you're just like,
So grateful to get away from
and
your
there-
kids for a little
for
while.
me, the nerves have like
gone.
really, not
Subsided.
completely, but like
tampered down.
way down.
Because you're so
compared to
excited
where
to
I
be there.
was.
You go, my house is
Yeah.
chaos. This
Yeah.
is a dream.
This
Yeah.
is a dream. I get to do this. I get to perform in front of all of these people, and how fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just gotten me more like tapped into who I really am in a way that like I kind of couldn't before, because I was
Yeah.
always in my
Yeah.
head,
Mm-hmm.
and now I just don't. I have way less fucks.
But isn't
to
that the
give.
paradox of like adding more stuff into your life can actually sometimes, because I think creatives worry, and this is something I did want to talk about. Like, I've just known so many women in particular, but parents, you know, I'm not at where I wanted to be, so I'm not ready to have a kid, right? You're sort of navigating this thing where you're kind of putting the rest of your life on hold in order to reach some like their point. But first of all, that is
there.
never there, because you get there and then you want more and you want more, and you're making these
Or
sacrifices.
you're needed more, or you're
Right.
yeah.
And so like you're waiting, but like how to like, I don't know, integrate these things, and that then actually they actually do provide fullness for other stuff. Like I always told friends, I'm like, if you're going to entertain that a child might make you lose jobs or lose out on stuff, then I feel like you at least should entertain, maybe it'll make you a better performer, a better artist. That when I show up to work now, I'm like, you got to cut the fat, honey. You got an hour. You can't be in your head. You got to get in and get out, because your kid just tried to jump over a fence the other day and almost got into a pool, and that's real life.
yeah.
And this is so fun.
Yeah.
And now you're coming both like, I don't know, full spectrum.
Yeah. I'm definitely experiencing a lot of that. And then also, I mean, there's fear because he's like 2.5, and I'm like, I don't want to ruin the rest
You're
of
in
his
it.
life.
Well,
Like, I'm
you're
trying
also
to-
still in the like
You're
keep them
in it.
alive stage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
for
just like, keep them
sure.
alive. But yeah, no, I feel definitely so much freer as an artist. Like now, I'm like, yeah, I don't care what you think. I don't have time. I do
You don't
not
have
the
time.
time to entertain
Because you
who
are keeping
likes
someone
me
alive.
or who doesn't like me. If you can't communicate with me, or if I'm like, yeah,
Moving
I'm just
on.
kind of like,
Moving
I
on.
have to move on.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that audition, that was bad. So sorry. Like I literally texted a casting director, I'm so sorry, that was an awful audition, but I'm just doing a lot right now, but see you
That's what
later,
it
Thanks
girls.
for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks for
that's what
having
it
me.
is. Yeah.
See you later. Like,
It is what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were totally fine. They were like, totally get it. And asked me to come in on something else, like
No
a
fear.
commercial.
You're coming also from less of a please,
Please let me,
and going, I
please.
have other stuff to do. When I was pregnant, and I wonder what this was like for you. I remember when I was pregnant, I felt the most powerful, and I had a really quote unquote like successful year. And I think it was that. I think I was like, I'm making life in here. What are you up to?
Yeah.
You know? And they were like, oh my God, this girl like doesn't, I don't know, was
Yeah.
less, I think before I was coming a little bit and hide. And because if you're coming like a little like, please like
Yeah.
me, you're actually hiding so much of who you are in a way, and you're not letting your full. And so I don't know, there was something about
Yeah.
the power of,
I agree. Yeah.
it's interesting to see you on this side.
I want to
yeah.
know about your show too. So, Domesticate Me.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Was that before you? Yes.
Yes.
That was okay.
So
Can you talk about it? Can you?
So Domesticate Me has lived so many weird lives.
Uh-huh.
It's
like your-
it's like my umbrella.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
say that is sort of my call to action
I love.
for myself. I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out life, and that is what I mean by it. Because when I say domesticate me, my mom, when I told her that, she freaked out because she's like one of
Why?
those 1980s feminists.
She's like, wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's like,
she
how
didn't
dare
want
you? I
that.
worked
Yeah,
so
she's like,
hard for
"What?"
you.
Yeah, you know, the ones
Right.
that wear the shoulder pads and they're mad. They're like, yeah.
First
Like,
wave,
she's-
second wave feminism.
Yes,
Second wave. Yeah.
So they're the ones that they're not in the kitchen. They don't cook. They don't. You know what I mean? She was that. So when I was telling her that I was creating this thing called Domesticate Me, she was so like viscerally upset about it, and for whatever reason, that also pushed me towards it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, because I was like, oh
I'm
no,
gonna
this
rebel.
is it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I need to explore. And because of the way I was raised, I realized some of those things that I was resistant to. So the first iteration of Domesticate Me was actually in a script.
Okay.
And it was about a woman who came from, an immigrant family and was pursuing the American dream and was trying to climb the corporate ladder, but never getting the opportunities that they really needed, or the doors were never really opening for them. And they were sacrificing their whole life to create this idea of what like the American dream was supposed to be like be this perfect child and this, this member of the community now that, of America, and be part of society and welcome. And she just didn't fit in and had sort of hit a breaking point where she decided that I'm going to go try to figure out what life actually is. Like, because this isn't it. Like, I'm chasing this corporate
and
thing.
I'm never going to get
and
it.
I'm not
getting in.
I'm not getting in. I'm not getting into this boys
fake.
club.
This is not
it's not
fake.
real.
Yeah.
They don't want me. And do I even want that? Like,
Right.
or have I been trained?
This thing I've been sold.
Just
for
programmed.
so long.
Sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Right,
been
that's
sold
the classic
this dream.
immigrant. Like, like when you get here, it's all, you get everything.
Yeah, you got to get everything. Yeah. And, and also this person who's dealing with the complicated dynamics of their family relationships, of being an artist and being creative. And my mom always raised me to she would say things like, you never have to get married. Like, don't get married. And this is a woman who's happily married.
Right.
So like whispering it on the side, don't worry about
like,
it.
literally, when I walked down the aisle, she whispered, you don't have to do this.
No. Is that real?
I swear to God.
She's like, I don't know if you're being held hostage or what's going on.
you don't have to do this.
Blink once if you're trying to run.
We can get out of here.
No. That's
I
so
got a-
cute.
I got
I
a
need to
van
hear
in the
way
back.
more about your mom.
Yeah, I'm like, Mutindi, people flew to Kenya for this.
Did you get
This
married in
is
Kenya?
real.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's
And it
amazing.
was just because, and she loves my husband, but it's just, she was just like, you don't have to, you could be whatever
And
kind of.
she's-
She
I mean,
fought.
so
She
woman.
fought so that you don't have to get married.
Yeah.
And
She's
you're like, no, but I want to.
And then
Like,
what
I
was
love
her
this man.
relationship to her own marriage, though? Like, what is that? Like, how does...
So her and my dad are so funny. They are, they're the most complimentary couple because when you think of someone who's like
that, the other person
has to be
happy,
doughy
like,
and
sweet.
lovey.
sweet,
No big
and
deal.
he's so carefree and my dad is just like like he doesn't care about anything. My mom goes to Kenya for 3 to 4 to 6 months out of the year, and he's just like, okay, whatever you
See
need,
you soon,
and
honey.
yeah,
Or
and
not
he'll
soon.
rearrange, or he'll go out there to be with her, or
Sweet.
That's
Yeah.
really
They have a
sweet.
good. Complimentary is
They're
such
very-
a nice word to describe a relationship.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, and it all their whole relationship has been like that. I was born in Kenya, and then we moved when I was 2 because my mom was doing her master's and her PhD in Canada.
Oh, wow.
And she was alone and overwhelmed and sad, and so was my brother, who was a little bit older than me. And so my dad made the sacrifice and sold his business, and we all moved to Canada. So he's always been
that guy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a solid, just let's do it.
Yeah, just like,
Supporting
you have a
and-
dream?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go do that. I can go do my thing over here.
Someone told me something recently that in a relationship there has to be one rock and one star, but you can't have 2 stars, which is a food for thought.
Interesting.
I'm not saying that I agree or don't agree. I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about it. And then so I was like, yeah, I guess so. Someone's really trying to be the like, and I was like, maybe people shift, right? Like
Yeah.
at different times.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well, 2 rocks I think seems better than two stars at the same time does seem colliding.
Flammable.
Yeah, flame like a
Yeah.
fire. But
Yeah.
2 rocks, I think 2 sedentary
see 2
sitting
rocks.
solid
2 rocks sounds boring.
No, but like sounds like your dad was. I mean,
No,
he was
I'm
like
kidding, yeah.
flexible. He was a rock in a river. A soft lava
Yeah.
rock, if
Yeah.
you will, to
Yeah.
keep this going.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew that what he was good at, he could do it anywhere.
Yeah.
And that it didn't, for him, being a family was most important.
Cool.
So
That was his thing.
yeah, so he said, okay, I can sell my business.
I love
we
that.
can be poor.
I'm
and
curious.
figure
This has
it
nothing
out.
to do with anything, but I'm just curious. What was his business and what was your mother going to school for?
Yeah, I was curious about your mom.
So my dad had an insurance business.
Okay.
And my mom is in education, so math education and technology.
Oh, wow.
And now, when when you tell your parents, your Kenyan parents who went to Canada, and she's getting a master's and he's got a business, and you go, I want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
They say
they loved it. They were so happy.
Oh,
They did. Do they? Did you say I want to be an actor? I want to be a comedian.
I'd always wanted to be in the arts. So we lived in Vancouver, which was in Canada, where there's a lot of movies,
yeah.
film, television,
They're
or at
familiar
least
with
there
it.
was
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
And so I'd always been interested in it. And my parents let me do it a little bit. And then I had one sort of experience. I tried to audition for this thing and I didn't do really well. And I don't know if it ever affected my mom. I kind of want to find out, because then after that, she became very resistant to letting me do the things. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, they're casting
She's
for
like,
this
maybe
thing.
not.
And
Did you have a hard time? Like, did you was it devastating that you didn't get it, or was it just more like she was like, oh, well, you didn't get that one audition, so you must not be good?
I think she saw how upset I was.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
So hard.
And didn't want me to experience that again.
I feel like we all remember that one kid audition. I still remember my audition from Puerto Rico that I did not get, and I did very, very poorly on. And I will never forget what I had to do. I had to mime opening a jar, but mime it. And that mime opening a jar in a tricky way is hard. I had to go like, and it was so I mean, even now it's so humiliating. And they were like, a little harder. You're really having trouble, but you're literally going like this to air.
Yeah.
And you're having
and
trouble.
you're a child.
And you're, like maybe 7.
Right.
And they're pitching it to you on the spot.
Right.
Going,
It's not like they gave you time.
Yeah.
It's like, go home. This is
go home and work on the mime.
Like,
What
do the
exactly
Marcel
is a
Marceau.
jar?
Yeah.
What is mime? Who are you? Where am I?
Right.
Yeah.
So she saw you be kind of upset, and
Yeah,
she was
that
like,
makes
this
sense.
is a hard business.
It's hard to see your people
Oh
you
my
love
God,
be
that would be-
devastated. I mean,
I don't think I could see my kids audition and like lose out on an audition.
I know.
That'd be
But all of
heartbreaking.
our children will probably be performers
think
because
so?
this is the curse of life.
My kids are artists, like drawing
Yeah.
and painting.
Yeah.
I think Lucia will make sculptures out of like trash and stuff, which is pretty
Ooh,
cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like old tubes of toothpaste.
Yeah.
Like a theater. She'll apply
Oh,
to
I like
CalArts,
that.
but like for like found objects.
I love that.
That's my
Tali, I think, could definitely be a performer or
Yes.
or a lawyer.
Your daughter, well, she might be like she's like a direct. She's like laser.
Yeah, she is.
She's a laser beam. Yeah.
Yeah,
And what, like, has it been always? She's been
always. She was born with like fire. I mean, I have almost no pictures of her in the hospital. This is true, with her eyes closed. All of her pictures, her eyes are wide open. And I was like,
She's like, I see.
and
this.
I
She's like,
didn't
I see
realize how unusual that was.
She's like, the lighting is very poor.
She just
in
came out
here.
just like, and the nurses were all like, this is very unusual to have
Interesting.
a baby this alert.
She was like, I've got notes. She
Yeah.
came in like, no.
No, don't
This
like
is
this
not
lighting.
how you have women and children come into the world. You can't have people like this.
I want a do-over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
What's your son like?
Oh my goodness. How do I even describe him? He is rambunctious. He is so sweet, though. He's a chunky little nugget. So he's 40 pounds. He's a little
The best.
solid
The best. The
squisher.
best.
Yeah. He is he's obsessed with cars. So
The old,
yeah.
the cars.
He's obsessed with all things boys, and I'm trying desperately not
To do
just
some,
just
to open up his world.
Open up the world.
Open it up, baby.
It's not all cars and dinosaurs, you know.
What else are you providing? Are you going, it's not all cars and dinosaurs.
Here's a
it's-
baby doll.
Yeah, I'm like, here's a
Is
baby
it-
doll.
Yeah.
yeah.
My son
here's
loves a baby. He
Yeah.
loves like holding a little stuffy. It's
Yeah,
very sweet.
you know, and a good friend of mine has a daughter, and so we go over there and play with
The
her
stroller
things
and
or
the
strollers.
thing.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just want to open up his world. And
Yeah, that's nice.
It
That's
is
great.
wild how because I had a girl first, and I was like, well, he's just getting all of her stuff, and it was like, no, I need dinos and cars.
Yeah.
My son wore a
and
tutu.
you don't even take them outside, and
No.
they
No.
and you're like, how?
Okay,
And they're
here's
like
what
guns
I say.
and swords, and you're
Here's
like,
what I
How?
say.
Like smack,
Okay.
smack, and you're like, where did you learn?
It is a spectrum. There's all
Yes.
kinds of people. There's all kinds of boys. There's all kinds of girls. But there is, I think, like this bell curve. And I always say, I got a base model. Like my model is just this, like,
For sure.
he's a boy. Although he was so cute because he does have an older sister. I think he doesn't I think in 10 years he's going to go, what were you letting me? He's going to be like, I ascribe to all these things, but he used to wear this little purple tutu and he was really chunker munker. So he just looked like this little like meatball meathead, like in a tutu. And it was just so sweet.
That is so cute.
I mean,
he always
mine
comes back.
in the Elsa dress.
Cars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But he does coming back to the cars.
sure.
Coming back to the Legos.
I want to know, because this is a mental health podcast, do you have any sort of diagnosis, or have you ever?
Diagnose yourself.
all the diagnoses I have. Are you ready? How long do you?
Let me get a pen.
We have 3 minutes.
No.
I have 3 minutes to tell you all of my
Okay.
Thank you. Diagnosis. Okay, so I have ADHD, anxiety, and depression.
So you're a comic. That makes sense.
Trifecta.
Which is the
Triple
trifecta.
threat.
Yeah.
Triple threat.
Triple threat. And are
Get ready,
you
world.
medicated for any or all of them?
I'm on Zoloft.
Oh, great. We're Wellbutrin over here.
Wellbutrin Club.
Okay. I
We
love
sunk
that.
our
How's
You know,
it
we had to sync
going?
our meds for the show.
Yeah.
It's like our periods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Everything is
we got to get
synced.
on the same page.
Yeah.
We got-
I
love that.
Have you been formally diagnosed with the ADHD and all the things? And-
Yes. So I was formally diagnosed as an adult, though.
Oh,
my
yeah,
parents,
we've
my
talked
parents are
about-
immigrants. So.
Yeah. Of course.
Right.
They don't.
Come on.
Therapy's for crazy people.
You're fine.
Yeah, no, my mom was always like, yeah,
Stop.
they tried to get us to get you on medication, and we said no. And I was like, do you know how much better I could be?
Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. They're like, stop talking, stop thinking so much. My mom literally once was like, Christina, stop thinking so much. Which, sometimes fair advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good advice.
But
It just is
sometimes-
sometimes like, but I'm thinking.
But I
Yeah,
need
but my
help
brain
to stop.
won't stop.
Yeah, you can't just tell your
I
brain
can't
to
do
stop
it on
thinking.
my own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm on Zoloft. I was initially prescribed. Well, I also have insomnia, but I guess that's not like a mental.
Pre-parenting?
Yes.
Oh.
So I've been on a lot of different things, but I was diagnosed in college,
Oh, wow.
and they had like I was also they also gave me like Lunesta and stuff, and then I got off of Zoloft at that time because I felt like it was impacting it, and I couldn't do both, and then I realized that I sleepwalk, so then I got. Which
Have
is
you
so
always
scary.
been,
That is
or because
scary.
of medication, or you've always been a sleepwalker? Who knows?
Like,
Or-
well, I had always been kind of a sleepwalker. Like, there were things that
I find that so fast. Sleepwalking is fascinating.
it is frightening. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is
if you're
frightening.
inside, it's
it's like
frightening,
it's
for sure.
scary. Like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to sweat
Legitimately.
right now thinking about the
Yeah.
places I've been. But it's like I've
Whoa.
woken up in different places, but then in my mind you can sort of rationalize it. You're like, oh, maybe I woke up and went to
That's
the bathroom.
freaky.
Or
That's
like,
freaky.
oh, I did this, and it wasn't until I got on the medication that all of those things started happening more intensely.
Oh, interesting.
And
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, you had full conversations with people, or no, like you were in the fridge making something, or
you try to cook something
you were-
in your
yeah,
stove.
That's
Yeah. And
scary.
then you're
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
when it starts to get
oh,
dangerous.
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So then it was like, oh, okay, so we're getting off
I need
Lunesta.
help.
We're
Yeah.
getting off of that.
Lunesta is like Ambien, right?
That
Okay.
balance of the meds is
Yeah, the
gotta
balance
be-
of the medication is really,
Yeah.
You need a real that needs a real professional.
yeah.
Or you just Google it.
That doesn't need me going like, I think I need more MGs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Mm,
AI is going to tell you one thing.
It's always going to say yes.
It's gonna be like, try.
The computer's never going to tell you no. You ask it,
Do I need
anything,
more
it's gonna
meds?
Say,
Absolutely.
yes.
Give
Can
it a
I die
shot.
from this? Yes. Can you? Yeah. Should I do it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm just on Zoloft.
Yeah,
I don't
how's
do
it
any
going?
sleep.
Yeah.
Nothing for sleep. So sometimes I'm just
You really? And so what do? Do you have practices when you when you are awake? Do you say, I'm just not even going to try to sleep. I'm going to write, or or what do you do?
I mean, it
All sorts
varies.
of
Like
fun
2 nights
stuff.
ago, I was up all night, and I just
That is
it varies. Sometimes I organize. Sometimes I try to write or
Mm-hmm.
edit. I feel like editing sometimes quiets my mind, so I can.
Yeah, you like focus on
Yeah.
something, but it's kind of hypnotic.
And the repetitive of it, like watching it again and then going back through.
Yeah.
Gets you tired enough
yeah,
to be
just
like,
kind
okay.
of like.
Well, they say like
subdues-
focus on something, and then like you'll start to forget that you're trying to sleep.
But they also
then
say
you
no
will.
screens. So it's a
Yeah.
What are we supposed
Yeah, they do
to
say no screens. My mom's
But
like,
if
"You
it
just-
helps you, then you
Yeah.
you do that.
Well, it's because I'm just gonna lay there for 4 hours.
Yeah.
They
So
do
I
say that
might
after
as
20
well.
minutes you cannot sleep. You gotta
You should
get out
go
of bed.
get
You
up and
gotta
do
get out of
something.
bed.
Yeah.
They say that's the big to do the toss and turn. Like starts to reinforce with your bed the I can't sleepness. So get up and you go do because you start to like
Okay.
it starts to build the thing.
Oh, that's so interesting. I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just do something else.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'll write sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you? Do you tour a lot? Are you touring?
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tour a lot. I am on the road as much as I can be.
Mm-hmm. Do you like and you like it?
I do.
That's cool.
I really like it. So I've traveled with a couple of comics, and that's been fun. And I recently got this is so weird, and I don't even know how to say it, but I have a Vegas residency. But relax, it's one night.
Our mouths.
Amazing.
It's one night a
That's
month.
amazing. Oh,
And
one
it's
night
so
a month.
That's so
amazing.
fun.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And it's so fun. That's
Where
the
is
thing.
it?
It's at the Jimmy Kimmel Club
Oh,
in Vegas
I've
with
heard of
Heather
it.
Pasternak.
Oh, with Heather. I know Heather.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
done stand up with Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
It's amazing.
her night, but
Great.
That's
I get to
awesome.
go with her once a month, and
and like do your thing.
How fun. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you're doing a lot.
So doing that, yeah. And then everything else is just either, I mean, I work a lot with Gina Brion, but she's a New York comic. So when she's on this side, I try to meet her wherever she's at. Yeah, and I'm also like trying to, just do more shows with anybody who will let me. I'm going to do some shows with Best Stelling this year.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah, I just try to get on the road as much as I can. I'd say I leave town. I'm probably out of town 4 to 5 days a month.
That
great.
seems doable.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
With a toddler.
Yeah.
How does that-
it's like 2 weekends.
Yeah.
How does
Or
that keep your
2
mental, like, how is it all fitting together? How's the balance? Like, you're sometimes leaving your your kid, your partner, how does
Well,
that-
my husband's great, so that's
great.
he's a civilian.
He's a civilian,
right.
And
he's
grounded,
Mhm.
and
he's the rock.
he's the
Harrison.
rock. Yeah, so that just simplifies
A
so
lot,
much.
Yeah.
of
yeah,
course.
because I can count on him, and it's not like when people talk about their husbands helping. I'm like, what?
That's
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're like, I got a full on
Yeah, I was like, he's
dad.
the mom.
Yeah. He's the full on mom. That's what we all need is another mom.
We all need another
I
mom.
know.
Yeah.
My kids were always so upset with our friends who are two moms, and they go, "Why can't we have 2 moms?" And they were really for like a year. They were really sad that they had dad. They're like, "We want another mom. We want 2 of you or any lady."
Any lady.
They said that. They
Find
totally
one.
talked like that
That's
before.
so funny.
That's brilliant.
But so he's
But
there.
he's
and
there.
He's like, go do your
He's-
thing.
Yeah, he's always like, just go do your thing.
That's huge. A support
Yeah.
system. is
Yeah, it's really
part of
supportive.
it.
And then a couple of times, like when I've traveled to Canada or like places that are further away, we'll have like family come in. Like my in-laws will come in town, or my mother-in-law will come in town, or my mom, just to help him out.
That's
so
great.
especially if it's like during the week and he has to work, just so that
Do you find that you are more energized to do the things because you have the child and now you're trying to do a creative career? Or is it hard? Like, how do you either motivate or how do you unwind?
Oh my gosh,
You're wearing sensitive stoner. Is that you?
I know. I like this
Are
sensitive
you a
stoner
sensitive stoner?
sweatshirt.
Just a little bitty sensitive. I remember once asking you, like, "Oh, I'm surprised you. I don't know. Like, I'm surprised that you smoke weed because you." And you're like, "Look so buttoned up."
so
I was like,
clean.
well, you're just like, it's like, oh, I mean, you never know who's
Yeah.
going to
You
smoke.
never
weed,
know.
obviously.
Yeah,
but some
yeah.
people, you're like, you smoke.
Yeah.
You're like, you're high all the time. But
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I guess I don't give that off. So it is kind of funny when people are like, wait, you
you don't give
smoke?
stoner
I'm like,
vibes,
yeah,
you know.
I don't give stoner
And that's
vibes.
okay. I mean, at this point, everybody, who knows what people are on?
Who knows?
You never
Need a
know.
little something to get to
Something.
the.
I cannot smoke weed, but do you? So
Yeah.
you do it. Do you unwind? Do you get more creative? What?
Well, okay. I don't smoke weed, and I'm so sorry that I lied to you. But I
Well, you don't?
I have
You do.
edibles.
Yeah.
Oh, edible. Yeah,
I like the
okay.
drinks. That's all I can do now is like a
Oh,
2
those little,
milligram
like-
THC. Just
Yeah.
like
Oh my God,
I
really
gotta try
mild.
those.
Teas,
I gotta
too.
try.
Oh, I haven't
these.
tried the
Teas
tea.
are so good. They're hard to find.
There's also
but-
like a little seltzer now. My husband has like a little CBD seltzer that I keep meaning to try.
yes.
That
Yeah,
I can
the
do, but I
edibles.
can't
So those are
smoke
good.
anymore.
Yeah,
I can't
so
do.
I don't. Yeah.
Do you
so
do the
I don't
edibles
inhale.
to go to bed, or do you do them to like some people to be creative? You know.
So sometimes I'll do them to be creative. I do use them to sleep, but sometimes they don't help me because like the insomnia is just so strong.
So strong.
And so I'll try it. The first time I'll usually try it around 11, and if it doesn't work, I might try like a half of one around 2:30. But other than that, then I'm just
Yeah,
like,
you're
okay,
like,
it's not
this isn't
working.
it.
It's not
Have you
working.
tried magnesium citrate?
Oh yeah, she's big in. This one's big into magnesium these days.
You know, that's so funny. My brother just mentioned that. So maybe this is
It's
the second
time.
I know someone else who was
It's-
talking
it's
about
good. It
magnesium, and I
works.
go, yeah, didn't you take it all the time when you were pregnant? It's incredible. And they're like, no, that probably would have helped. It is insane how
It
much
does
it helps.
really help.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try
I'll send you
magnesium.
the links to the one I like on
This
Amazon.
episode sponsored by magnesium.
Magnesium.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess how I relax and unwind, I was like, I don't.
Or how do you stay sane?
How do I stay sane?
How do you stay sane? That's hard stuff.
I don't know. I think I've learned to say no. I've learned to say no a lot
Yeah.
and to create space for just me and my family.
That's
And I
nice.
feel like that
some
has
boundaries.
been, because I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm available on Saturday.
yes,
And,
yes.
I'm available on this
Well,
day.
as
and
a creative, you feel like you have to, right?
have
You're
to
like,
be
I
so
can't miss any
available.
opportunity. But yeah, the kids do
But you're
really
s-
rein it in where you're like,
And your sanity
Yes, I
is
can.
truly, I mean, it gets to
Yeah.
a point where you go, I don't have
Yeah.
more to give in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
direction.
And it is kind of nice,
To say
weirdly, to
no.
say, well, yes, to
Yeah.
say no, but to also kind of miss things. Like people
Yeah.
will
I
be like,
like
I missed
that.
you. And it's like,
To be missed.
Yeah.
In a world where we have stuff all the time.
all the time.
It's nice
And
to
I'm
miss
like,
stuff.
I missed you too. And then we get to catch up and
Yeah.
like have this moment.
That's a nice way to
little
look
bit
at it.
I like that
different.
perspective.
So-
That's a solid.
I like that.
So,
I'm
yeah.
happy about that.
So
It's
I,
nice
I
to
have
be missed.
Yeah. And I have a lot more like one-on-ones. Like I'll do lunch, or like grab like right when I drop off Ivy, I'll make an appointment to meet a friend at like 9:30 or 10, because then I'm like, okay, I can
Love
do
that
this
morning
until
meetup.
lunch.
You don't have to
Yes.
check in with anybody.
You don't have to check in with anybody.
Mm.
And then lunch, you go
And you're
home
back.
and you're creative. And then 4
Yeah.
or 5 o'clock, the family comes home and you're like, okay, I did something. I was accomplished. I
Yeah, I was out in the
Yeah.
world
can-
and
look at you in
Connected.
the eye.
Now let go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
be with you and
yeah.
be curious about how your day was and how you're going to look at this. And
I
so,
love
yeah.
that.
Well, I missed you, Thenya. I'm so happy to see you.
too,
I
yeah.
And now
really
I
will
get to
have
miss you.
Yes,
I know.
And we'll have to get together again, and it'll be
Yes.
really fun. And we'll be like, we missed each other. What's going on?
Okay, so we wrap up our shows by also saying something that we're endorsing. I mean, and by endorsement, I mean we're not sponsored in any capacity.
No,
This is
but
just
we
stuff-
are
love this.
open to
we
it.
are very open, but we like things or what we're working on personally. Or it can be literally anything. Like, what are you working on, Alana?
What am I working on?
Or what are you? What are you working on? What do you?
My endorsement this week is for drag performing. I've always enjoyed it as a spectator, and recently I've gotten to do some drag as JD Vance. I've been playing JD Vance.
like,
Oh my gosh, a drag king.
A drag king, and it has been so enjoyable. It is so
Oh, my
fun,
gosh.
and it's fun to play a villain that you can then turn into like, I've made mistakes in the
Yeah.
way I'm thinking about things. You know, it's like what we want to hear out of his mouth. I get to just
You get
say,
to say
and be
it
like,
for him.
he came around. He made a.
Oh my gosh.
So that's.
I love
I'm endorsing myself as a drag
I like that
performer.
as a candidate, as a vice president,
Yes.
a candidate.
performer,
Yes.
drag king.
Yep.
I can't wait to see these characters.
Oh my
And
gosh.
what about you, Christina?
I'm gonna go with Ardell Duralash. Pro. I want to tell you something, folks. I've been looking for a permanent eyelash, not permanent, but like, for shows.
Ooh.
I put some last weekend. I don't know if this is good or bad. They will not come off. And so I'm just impressed.
Wait,
I'm going,
what?
how do I get these things off my eyeballs? But I'm like
Wait,
really
you
enjoying
have-
these two. They're just the two tiny little feathers at the end.
Oh.
And I am shocked at how much they are glued in. So now I'm like, now I'm going to do a better job.
I'm
Actually,
trying to.
kind of
I'm like really staring down your
I am
eyeball right
too.
now.
I can
it's just this
barely
one.
Yeah, it's just
well,
a little
I think
wing.
2 of them came off
Okay.
because I was actually
You're
trying to
trying.
remove them. But I'm just impressed by the product. That's what I'm working with right now.
If you want to reach out, and what is the name of this?
Ardell Duralash. I don't know if that's the pro. I think it's like pro.
Pro.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, what am I endorsing?
Just stuff.
Ooh,
literally.
ooh, okay. Well, maybe this is an endorsement of myself. I'm about to start this insane thing where I do 365 days on stage in a row, and it starts October 1st.
Wow.
And I'll be documenting it.
That is exciting. So we will have already. Will be released once you have already
Yeah.
began. But that'll be so
Oh.
exciting because then when we put it out, we can see what day you're on.
Yes,
my God, yeah.
I'll be on whatever day.
So what made you? I mean, it sounds amazing. Like, were you just like, I think I want to try to do this every day? Is like where the impulse come from?
Well, the impulse came from insanity and
Mental-
Been there.
my
mental
mental
stuff.
health was cracking. The foundation was. I was like, what am I doing? Do I want to pursue this still as the LA dream, or is performing and doing stand up something completely different? And so I felt like I'm going to give this 365 days.
Whoa.
Get on stage, 365 days, stretch my material, no longer do my showcase material. So after October 1st, I will never...
All new.
Yes.
New material. There will not be an ounce of my showcase material.
I can't wait to come see you.
And is it ideally that you're building on it, or like who knows?
I
Who knows what
want
each day will
be?
Every day you're going to figure it out.
Artist.
Like, you might do a mic. You might do a show. Like, is this?
I'm trying to get on. I'm trying for it to all be shows, but a mic. Whatever capacity
like if that day
that
you're
I
like,
can
I didn't do a show
perform.
today.
I feel
so
like this is a difficult booking situation. Like that's the real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is exciting.
It's very
That's a
challenging that
cool,
way.
Incredible though.
So yeah, I just want to see what happens when I give myself that opportunity to really
like fully
commit to it for 365 days. See how I feel about that, and then my family. And
we've been talking about this actually. We talked about on the way here about like, because artists and creatives have these brains that I want to do 50 shiny things, but what is it like to commit to one project for a while and really drill down? Like, okay, you can say yes to other things later, but what if you just focus, like we're saying, what if we focus on this podcast for the next year, like, and everything else, sure, but I don't know. There's just like something so
because it's so easy as a creative person to be like, that fun thing and that fun thing. Maybe it's ADHD. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Hardell.
Maybe it's all of it.
Maybe it's Hardell Duralash. Sing something for us, then. Sing us out.
There we go. Sing us out. Little jingle.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my
but
God.
no, I agree. Yeah. So that's that's.
Oh my God, this is an amazing challenge, and I can't wait to.
I cannot wait to
follow
come
this.
and check you out.
364 days.
Where can the people find you on the
Yeah.
social media?
On the socials, I'm Nthenya, or if you search Nthenya from Kenya,
You'll
should
find
pop
you.
up. At,
Great, and we'll have little links in our
Don't
Thank
forget
you
the end.
so
Don't forget the end.
much.
Yeah.
Tanya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so wonderful to chat with
So
you.
great to talk to y'all. That was so fast.
It's too fast.
Hey, if you like listening to That's So Mental, send us your thoughts or show ideas. Let us know what you'd like to hear about.
That was so mental. Rate, subscribe, and hit us up with your stories.
That's So Mental.